In a world buttered by dramatic changes, where peoples are surrounded by endless political, economic, and social disorder, wamy has launched its initiative for establishing international cooperation and coexistence in all countries of the world, through its offices covering more than 59 countries, not to mention the membership of more than 500 charities affiliated to wamy all over the world, in order to achieve wamy's opinion on coexistence, cooperation, and development of those peoples. Wamy has been a partner of the United Nations NGOs for several years, in particular beginning with the International Youth Year, 1985. Wamy has been an active member of the Planning Committee for the Forum, as well as an active participant in its sessions. Wamy occupies a permanent observer seat in the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC. It has fruitful international partnerships with governments at official level, contributing to the flourishment of its numerous programs and events. Where cooperation is the optimal method to put up land and human being. This is embodied by wamy throughout its successful and distinguished journey. In order to unify efforts to serve the young men and women in particular and society in general, wamy has concluded more than 50 cooperation agreements with both government and non-government domestic and international organizations and private institutions concerned with various educational, rehabilitative, intellectual, and social areas. Being aware of the importance of the relationship between the East and the West and the mutual benefits, wamy is exerting efforts to bridge that relationship through its global charity programs and activities. In terms of the diversified programs and the geographical distribution of the world, in order to keep up with the international changes and latest developments related to wamy's objectives and mission that serve the youth in particular and communities in general. Wamy is honored with annual international and domestic visits and meetings with some prominent scholars, intellectuals, senior officials, businessmen who are operative in their own countries. These meetings are regarded as a valuable opportunity to achieve further compatibility and outline the noble goals and select the optimal method for the growth, stability, and prosperity of mankind and homelands. In order to promote cooperation, mutual understanding, and exchange of experience and practices, wamy used to give a lot of domestic and external occasions, notably the annual iftar during the month of Ramadan, being prepared for the last 10 consecutive years, where ambassadors, diplomats, and businessmen have been invited. This represents a pathway leading to the flourishment of many of wamy's events and achievements. Wamy Programs System, which is comprehensive and assorted, comprises the following areas: holding and participating in international conferences and meetings, giving great attention to their objectives, themes, topics, titles, and the targeted segment of people, and privacy of time and place. Wamy's international conferences and forums embody the principle of cohesion and cooperation to serve mankind, as they promote values, reform behaviors, invest capabilities, find out skills, to be a leading objective for safer communities with advanced and solid principles and values. Wamy gives great care for education in terms of granting scholarships and subsidies to researchers and students, not to mention the continued cooperation with the domestic and international government and private universities and educational institutions at all levels and domains. Hundreds of thousands of construction projects executed by wamy certify how such organization gives big attention to this important aspect, which serves all sectors of the society and comes into contact with its different needs, whereas a lot of mosques, schools, institutes, and educational, rehabilitation and training centers were built, as well as wells drilling. All these activities are carried out with the appreciation and blessing of governments and senior officials of the countries enjoying such humanitarian services granted by wamy. Wamy is keen not to miss offering its services to any international forum that may realize wamy's objectives and mission. Even in the global sports events wamy used to participate therein. Wamy took part in the World Cup that took place in South Africa in 2010 under the slogan "Discover Islam in the World Cup," and is preparing now to participate in the Olympics of London in 2012 and the World Cup in Brazil in 2014. This is wamy, with its mission, Islam and Peace, a long trip of donation and development, a compact executive planning strategy, solid international relationships and friendships, and a record rich in serving youth in particular and humanity in general. Praise be to Allah, who helps and guides us through the righteous path, and all thanks to the leaders and the senior charity donors in the humanitarian kingdom, and thanks to all our friends, including the senior officials and diplomats worldwide. This is the fruit of cooperation, understanding, and solidarity, which would result in an advanced, stable, and coherent world, leading to global and humanitarian blessed investment.